Now to the human guinea pig who puts himself in near-death situations just because he can.
Melbourne's Richard Bowles has crossed croc-infested rivers, visited war zones in the Middle East and exploding volcanoes in Indonesia. Now he's experienced life on the street in one of the poorest countries in the world, surviving on just $3 a day. Richard Bowles loves an adventure, but not for enjoyment. It's to push his body to the extreme. For 10 days, the Melburnian mimicked the poor life of a rickshawwala, hauling people, goods, even live chickens on the back of a cart on the streets of India. Just like the locals, he did it for 18 hours a day and survived on $3 a day. No fancy hotels or restaurants. He washed on the streets and slept on the streets, along with the rats, the car fumes and the constant abuse. The struggle was real as it gets. The Aussie Bear Grylls is no stranger to danger. His adventure includes a 5-month, 5,000-kilometre trek across Australia's rugged mountain ranges. He survived croc-infested rivers, war zones and volcanic eruptions.
The whole place is full of smoke. And of course, I'm headed in there to go and run that baby.
All to encourage others to get out of their comfort zone.
Well, he certainly does that extreme adventure. Richard Bowles joins us now. Richard, good to see you again.
Good morning, thank you.
Hey, experiencing that 10 days in India, living in extreme poverty, what was it like?
Tough. I mean, this is India, and India, the environment of India alone is extremely tough. And it's polluted, it's dirty, the streets are rough, there's people everywhere. It's a chaotic environment. So just to live in that environment alone is pretty tough. And then you add to that pulling this rickshaw, as you can see here, and that really adds a really arduous element to the whole thing.
Why do you do this? Why do you put yourself in these situations?
And that is a profound question, isn't it? Why? Why do we do anything? Well,
This is extreme.
Yeah, look, I tried to answer that question for a long time, and I sat down with a whole bunch of psychological experts trying to figure that out, and it sent me into I plummeted into depression, really, trying to figure that out. And really what the experts said was, well, sometimes it's just because. Yeah. It's like, what, I go and kill myself just because? Are you kidding me, really? But for me, I'm really, I get excited and I'm passionate about really the human response to critical situations and how people sort of overcome the chaos, which is just perfect in today's environment.
What were the locals like that you were living with in that 10 days? Were they welcoming or were they suspicious?
Welcoming. Yeah, absolutely. No, I think I gained a huge amount of respect because a lot of people have made documentaries on these people and they sort of observe from afar. But I was living and mirroring the life exactly the same as these guys. So I was trying to live on $2 a day. I slept on the streets. There was rats. There's thieves and robbers. I ate off the streets. Then I worked on the streets. So I mirrored life exactly the same.
Another big, profound question for you. What did you learn from this experience? Can you give us sort of the
this particular thing? Well, look, again, it's just it's this crux of where people need to overcome challenge that I'm kind of excited by. What I find out about these guys is they're incredibly structured in their day-to-day stuff, and they say they need to be like that because at any moment chaos can happen in an environment like India, and if that happens, these people are in poverty. It's the worst case scenario for them.
Yeah, real life Shantaram. All right, thank you, Richard. Good to see you.
It's incredible.